Hi friends, today I want to talk a little bit about body image. It was just placed on my heart to talk about it today and I feel like someone might need it. So I just kind of wanted to touch on it a little bit today and kind of talk about EDs in that sense and what God says about us and about our bodies and how much He loves us. So if you struggle with body image, stick around. So if you don't know my story, a little flashback, I struggled a lot with my stomach. I've had a lot of stomach issues and my health has been all over the place. Especially this past year, I couldn't eat, I couldn't work out, couldn't run. I was just sick all the time, and I was really, really struggling. I'm looking off at notes, just FYI. I was just really struggling, and through all my struggles, I ended up going to a doctor and found out I had an ED. It's called ARFID, and I will put what it is. I might put what it is up here. If not, just go look it up. But it is a form of an ED. I just don't want to trigger anybody. But through this ED, I really, really struggled a lot with body image, really hating the way I looked because of how much weight I was losing. And it just kind of sucked. Now, when we do have EDs, we often get praised for how fit we look. And we often get praised for how tiny we look, and that ends up causing us to spiral. It ends up causing us to kind of feed into it. So, I mean, at one point I was doing some crazy intense running. I was eating like once a day. I was doing some intense Pilates, and I couldn't rest. To the world, I seemed very healthy and disciplined, but honestly, I was just very unwell. And like I said, the praise makes it worse because you get praised for being so tiny, but they don't really see the health issues and how sick you are and how terrible you feel and how sometimes you can't even get out of bed, and the repercussions afterwards of how terrible your stomach can truly get, and how sometimes you'll get to the point where you can't eat anything and you have to get help. If I listed anything you're dealing with, I want you to first I want to say I am praying for you and I love you so much and I'm so sorry that you're dealing with that. I've been there and it's not fun, and I sincerely just want to love on you and pray for you. But I just want to tell you what God says about you because I think that's so important. Psalm 139:14 says, I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, and I know that full well. I know that's a very common Bible verse I just pulled out of thin air, but I really pulled that out of thin air. I pulled it specifically for this because it says you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Not fearfully and perfectly sculpted, not fearfully and wonderfully skinny, but made with awe and care by God, who calls His creation good. He looked at you, He created you, and said you are good. I think we spend so much time hating our bodies, the ones that God gave us, because we compare ourselves to so many other people and the way they look or the way they act, or they seem happy and healthy, so I want to be like them. But in reality, you were never made to be exactly like someone else. If you're listening to this and your relationship with your body is struggling, maybe you don't have an ED, but you're kind of veering towards one because you're struggling with the comparison, and maybe food is hard for you or anything like that, I want you to please hear me loud and clear. Your body is not your enemy. Your body is a gift. It might feel broken right now. It might feel like there's nothing that can make it better, but God is a healer, and God will make all things beautiful out of the broken. Every bad situation will be used for His good. In this world, it seems like in order to be loved, you need to look a certain way, or you need to be a certain weight, or you need to eat a certain way, or you need to do this amount of exercise. You have to hold these crazy standards. But you don't have to earn God's love by being smaller or fitter, more disciplined in your workouts. You already have it in full. You are fully loved by God. Jesus did not die for the version of you that finally loses those 10 pounds you're trying to lose. He died for you, exactly as you are, to give you freedom now. So rest Eat, nourish, move in ways that feel good, not punishing. Speak kindly to yourself in the mirror. You don't have to believe every lie in diet culture and social standards. You don't have to believe that. But you need to believe this truth. You are good because God made you. You are worthy because He says so. And you can heal because He is able. And I pray that you will see that you can use your body as a temple, not a trophy, as a vessel, not a burden. Help us honor God by caring for our bodies, right? Because we are fearfully and wonderfully made. We are not supposed to look like everyone else. And that's okay. And if you're struggling with your body image, I have been there. I understand. I love you. I see you. I hear you. And I want to pray over you. So if you want to comment down below and talk about your ED struggles, your AFID struggles, if you want to talk about, maybe you don't want to comment below and talk about it. If you want to send me a DM asking for a prayer, please do that, because I want to pray for you, because I love you and I know how hard it is, but I know that you're going to get through it because God said you will. God is going to bring you through whatever it is you're going through. No matter how long it takes, there's always a good plan in the works.